Oh my God, right out of the gate. So excited.
Right out.
To announce another American Business Spotlight awesome entrepreneur. If I could just say that word, entrepreneur. Everybody say it with me, entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Rally Ray's Boutique. So excited about this because fashion. You guys, so great. So Rally Ray's is an online and mobile boutique for women of all ages and most sizes. They live by the saying, if you like it, then wear it.
Right?
I mean, hello. Yeah. Okay. So Ashlyn is the owner and she started Rally Ray's in May of 2022 when she was just 18 years old. Give it up for Ashlyn, you guys. What?
That's amazing. Look at her starting a store.
I mean, my God, at 18, I was a loser. Anyways, this business was built on the idea that age is not a limitation in the entrepreneurial world. Yeah, exactly, Ashlyn. Rally Ray's carries pieces for women of all sizes, all ages. She says they carry sizes small to 3X. They would describe the style as simple but elevated, and they try to find pieces that are unique but wearable for everyday life. So go to our website at chicksontheright.com/sponsors. Click on the banner for our American Business Spotlight where you can find Ashlyn and Rally Ray's Boutique. You guys need to join together, support them. Rally Ray's Boutique, they have the cutest clothes, you guys. We were checking it out. So cute. Really cute stuff.
Cute. I love boutiques online.
I do too. I totally love boutiques. I'm like constantly searching for new ones. And this one is awesome, conservative owned. She started this at 18, you guys. Like, so completely awesome. So embrace your
here
right here. So embrace your personal style. Feel beautiful and confident through what you wear. Check this out. Go to chicksontheright.com/sponsors. Click on American Business Spotlight banner and check out Rally Ray's Boutique. Get some summer stuff. Do it.
So great.
Yeah,
love the American Business Spotlight so much.
I do too.
Love it.
It's fantastic.
Point of personal privilege, if I may.
Yes.
And I would like to address a comment that I saw floating around, and I don't remember who it was from, so I'm not going to call out anybody specific.
Is it bad? What happened? What did they say?
Well, somebody was mad because they said I purposely didn't read their super sticker yesterday.
Oh.
And I don't ever purposely ignore any super sticker.
Nope.
I just want to remind everybody, if we see it, we're going to say it. We're going to call it out. If we miss it, it's because I don't know if you guys realize this, but we're in the middle of a show.
We are. Plus, I'm blind. So like sometimes I literally can't see things sometimes. Like I'm like, what I have to, and the writing, because I'm looking right now, it's really small. Very fast. And it's very small. Yeah,
folks don't realize like what our view looks like. Folks don't realize, first of all, we don't even see the super stickers or whatever the equivalent is called on Facebook until after the fact. We don't see the ones on locals until after the fact. The only thing that we get fed through our little streaming system here is on YouTube. And when we see them, we try really hard to like look away from each other or look away from whatever video we might be playing and try to recognize those folks that send them, because my gosh, you guys, we so appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Every single one. But if we miss it and they go away, like we have to catch it in the moment. And then sometimes I can see a section will show up where we can see them, like they'll get separated out. And sometimes I see that and sometimes I don't, but it's never on purpose. So please do not think it's on purpose. Please know that we appreciate every last contribution that you guys make, and we are not trying to ignore anybody. So please, please, please don't think that. Now, do we always go back after the show and look and then like remember to thank people the next day? No, we don't. And I'm just sorry. We don't have that kind of time. Okay. I'm sorry, but we do appreciate it. If that makes you mad and it makes you not want to support us anymore, I don't know what to say about that. But we are very busy doing a show and trying to keep a lot of stuff and juggle a lot of things at once. And that is why.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if I forgot anybody or missed somebody. Okay. Yeah. We good?
Yeah.
All right. A couple of big headlines to get to. That the reason for my name today, Ryan Mockrest, is because Ryan Seacrest has been named as the replacement for Pat Sajak on Wheel of Fortune. How do we feel about that?
I mean, it's okay. It's all right.
Fine, right?
I don't think anybody can fill his shoes.
It's going to be a tough act to follow,
really,
for sure.
Really, yeah, it's kind of tough. Is Ryan Seacrest gay?
I don't think so, because he's had a lot of girlfriends. It's just that he's never had
married.
He's never. And I think he might have even been engaged once or maybe twice. I don't know.
But that doesn't answer my question. Is Ryan Seacrest gay? I'm just asking the question. I'm serious. Anybody? What do we think?
He's not. People say no.
No, we don't think he's gay. I know. No, but people are like, who cares? All right. Well, I'm just asking the question. I think he's probably going to end up married to a dude.
Oh, somebody suggested Chuck Woolery. We have history with that man.
What, for him to marry Chuck Woolery? I think he would be great marrying
Chuck Woolery to do the Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
Although maybe I'm wrong. Right. Maybe they thought it would be a good coupling.
No, Chuck Woolery doesn't like us. He does not like us.
He can suck it. And if you guys want to know that story, you can just do a search.
We should do a deep dive on that. We should do a deep dive on all the people that we've had like spats with that are just unnecessary, just unnecessary spats. We could do like a 45-minute deep dive on all the people who are jerks. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That would be fantastic. Man. Yeah. We've had a
story. Yeah. We should save that. We should save that for a deep dive.
Save it.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm sorry. We don't get to tell you now. You're going to have to tune in for a future deep dive about that one.
Anyways, he's fine. I think he's fine.
Is Vanna gone? Did Vanna already leave? Okay, because somebody was asking who's going to replace Vanna. I didn't know,
because he made a comment about working with Vanna.
Okay.
No, because I think he made a comment about working with her.
Okay.
So
all right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, at some point, I would think she'd be tired of this too.
I just
flipping letters around.
I mean, I gotta tell you, that is the easiest freaking gig ever. I mean, why would you ever tire of that? You're getting paid massive bucks to just flip letters, man. That's it.
Clap and look happy
and just be
people.
Like, it's the greatest gig on the planet.
It's not a bad gig if you can get it.
Pretty good.
Anyway, so did want to mention that if you guys are Wheel of Fortune fans, I've never actually sat down to watch the show. Like, I don't even know when it's on or anything like that. But if I like it, I mean, I have no problem with it. I think it's a great show. It's just not something that I spend time watching, but whoever takes over for Pat Sajak, I'm sure Ryan will do just
I honestly
fine.
don't even know when that show is on.
I have no idea or where.
I don't either.
But anyway, it's a big show. Obviously, people do watch it and go on it and all of that. You guys, stop wasting time and money effing with your face.
Don't F with it.
I think we've mentioned this before, but
just don't do it.
There's no need. You can just use amazing skincare, and you can get amazing skincare from genucel.com/chicks. Right now, their summer essentials package, which is essential, like the name says, because summer is the season to hydrate. And that is what their summer essentials package is all about. It's got the ultra retinol in it, which is the most amazing, just soft and light, but yet super effective moisturizer. We both
emollient. It's emollient.
I love that word.
It's way better than moist. It's so much better than moist.
So much better.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Emollient. That's
emollient.
Such a nice flowy word.
Yeah.
But it's a good word to describe the ultra retinol. But it's like emollientive, but also very light. Like, I don't like goopy,
heavy stuff on your face. Right. And it soaks right in.
Yeah. It just it's like you're all the little, it's like, imagine every pore in your face having a tiny little tongue, every pore. And then as soon as you put this on, every little tongue goes,
I don't want to
sucks it in.
I don't really want to imagine that, but okay.
Okay. Well, that's what happens with the ultra retinol. All right. That's included. There's so many good hydrating products that are included in the summer essentials package, and it is 65% off right now. Plus, you get some goodies thrown in. So they always take care of you at genucel.com/chicks. Check it out, you guys. Check it out. Big other what?
So Harley Cat's like, tongues on my face.
Was that a bad visual?
A little bit.
Maybe I shouldn't.
It's fine.
That one.
We're gonna let it slide. It's fine. We're gonna move on. # tongues on my face. It's good. It's fine.
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
We also have to talk about the fact that the House Republicans released another Hunter WhatsApp message that was found. I'm still never going to understand this little trickle of information.
I gotta tell you
this.
I was watching Fox the other day, and Karl Rove had his stupid little board. And he was like, I'm going to go through what's been going on. And he's like, and then there's this what's up thing. And I'm like, dude, can you just not? If you don't even know what it's called, it's the WhatsApp. You know, it's he's like, it's the what's up. No, that's not what it is. It's not at all what it is. Yeah, it's the WhatsApp. Anyway,
well, so I don't understand why it's just we get these little snippets of information instead of like a big fat report that includes all of it. You know what I mean? Like, Are they just learning about? I don't understand how they, make these new discoveries of new messages that are all from the same source, but whatever. The new message or new messages that they released are frustrating because it's clear that Joe Biden was deeply involved in Hunter's business dealings. And yet at the same time, we can talk about that and, report it to you guys and know that there's no one that's going to be held accountable.
Nothing will happen.
It's just so aggravating.
And it trickles out because that's what they want us to know. Because it's like state-run media, man. This is the thing. I think we discussed this a little bit yesterday. They are controlling what we get to see and what we get to hear and what we get to know. Yeah. And then we're just like, oh yeah, great. That's great. This is what we do. I mean, this is what has been going on for years. And then we think we know what's going on, but we really don't know everything that's going on because they control the flow of information. It's so irritating. We know it now. Yeah.
Well, the interesting part is that these messages, these are from August of 2017. And it was between Hunter and some guy that was this Chinese energy company's associate whose actual name is Gongwen Dong. That's like his actual name, but he goes by Kevin.
Kevin!
So the messages between... So here's... Hunter was very mad at Kevin because Kevin was supposed to send over $10 million. And, because that was related to the first WhatsApp message that we all heard about. And so this other message says, I'm tired of this, Kevin. I can make $5 million in salary from any law firm in America. If you think it's about money, it's not. The Bidens are the best at doing exactly what chairman wants from this partnership. Please, let's not quibble over peanuts. So the Bidens, just so we get that point across, are the best at doing exactly what chairman wants.
Yeah. I mean, this is like, how can you defend this?
I don't know.
And it's unbelievable. And then people like Anna Navarro will be like, he just really loves his son. This is all
you got to forgive it. It's addiction.
This is all about love, you guys. This is all about love. No, it's not. This is about extortion. This is about, using this position for power and for money, and it's corruption. And who's going to be held accountable? Oh, that's right. Nobody. Nobody's going to be held accountable.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, let's go after Trump, you guys. Let's go after nothing to see here. Let's go after Trump. Just pay attention to this. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to go ahead and indict Trump. This is what's happening in this country. It's crazy what's going on.
So, the Republicans are going to be like, look, see? And then everybody else like us will be like, and what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, we're going to go show you some other messages tomorrow. I mean, who cares?
Because we have no balls and we won't do anything about it. Like, thanks for showing us what you are going to do nothing about.
Yeah. That's what it feels like. That's what's happening. Meanwhile, we've got Biden this week. They've been gearing up for Bidenomics to talk about Bidenomics. They want everybody to know how great the Biden economy is for everybody. And yesterday, mercifully, KJP was not at the presser. She had her deputy press secretary fill in for her for reasons, I don't know. And this woman's name is Stephanie Dalton. She's obviously been trained well. And so I've got a few clips to show you of report. First of all, she's going to explain, listen, Bidenomics is impacting people's lives, and we want you to know how. That's why there's this push for Biden to go and talk to everybody about it. But then the reporters start coming after her and saying, okay, well, like Americans aren't feeling good about the economy. So how do you respond to that? So she tries to spin her way around that. And then a reporter points out that there was a poll that said people generally believe Trump had a much better handling of the economy. So what do you say about that? And you'll see her respond to that. But first, let me just say thank you, Mad Cow Mark.
Yeah,
Mad Cow Mark says, I'll repeat, I think what the document said, then who Trump showed was more important. Documents prove General Milley lied to American voters about Donald Trump. It was Milley and associates with plans to attack Iran. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for the super sticker. Appreciate it. All right. So we were talking about the presser. So I'm going to just play her the stuff about Bidenomics. And I'm just going to let it play through because they're very short clips. And it's just hilarious trying to see her weasel her way around this.
So today we're focused on tomorrow and laying out Bidenomics and talking to the American people about what that is, how it's taken shape, and how it's made a meaningful impact in their lives. That's what we're focused on for the moment. I don't have anything to preview for you in the way of future economic announcements, but look, we believe there's really substantial progress to be proud of here.
First, on the economy, you and this White House continues to point out that on individual issues that have been passed and that are being implemented, they are popular with the American public. Why does the White House think consistently, however, that Americans grade the president so poorly on his handling of the economy?
Well, look, I just said that we're just starting to feel the impact of the president's economic agenda over the last couple of years.
According to our last poll, 54 to 36% say Donald Trump did a better job handling the economy when he was president than Biden has done so far. You aren't announcing anything new necessarily this week. You are just, sort of highlighting and touting what you've done. Is that enough?
Well, what I would say to you is look at where we were when we came into office, when after 4 years of Donald Trump, unemployment was over 6%. And today we are standing here at a time where unemployment is at historic lows.
What gaslighting that is.
It is. It's total gaslighting. I know. I love how they always start everything with, what I will say to you is. This is what both of them do. It's just an affect that they both.
Yeah.
If you notice that they do that, I don't know.
He's trained well.
Is it a stall tactic? Mm-hmm. What is it? Or is that what it is?
It's that, and it's filler, right? So when they want to be able to try to figure out how they can use a whole bunch of words to distract from the fact that they're not actually saying anything.
Yeah. So how am I going to,
it's
like, how am I going to bullshit these people?
Yeah.
What I'm going to say to you is, and then like she's trying to concoct an answer in her tiny little brain. That's what she's, yeah. And then it's like, we're all going, it's not working. It's just not, your words don't work. They don't.
Right.
And I love how somebody was like, is that red paint spilled all over her? Well, it was very distracting.
It was very splotchy. I don't know what the splotches were supposed to be.
What is her name? Who is this broad?
Stephanie Dalton is her name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's like deputy press secretary.
Are they going to start trotting her out because we don't like the other one? Is that what's going on? Like it's not working with the other one, so we think that this one's going to work because eventually we'll wear her down too.
Well, the other thing that she'll say, and KJP says it a lot, when we talk about, I mean, these are also these sort of filler phrases.
I'm being clearly.
I don't have anything to read out to you about that. I just laid out for you this and this and this. I mean, it's all such.
Yeah. And we can see it.
Yeah.
It's not like normal people. People don't talk like that in real life. God, I hate that.
Well, and then the last question about, hey, a lot of people, most Americans think Trump did a much better job, had a better handling of the economy than Biden. So what you got to say about that? And for her to say, just look at how Trump's 4 years ended and not mention the fact that China unleashed a virus on the world that affected us like crazy. And that before that, Trump's economy was freaking booming. I don't even know how they can sleep when they gaslight that hard.
Especially when Democrats hinge so much of their policy on said virus.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, it comes up for them when they need it.
Right. I mean, let's just pretend it never happened, shall we? Okay.
Gosh. Mm-hmm. Luke, thank you. Luke says Bidenomics is exactly what they want the poor and the middle class wiped out and the rich less rich. They gaslight US with filth. They do. They're like the supreme doers of gaslighting. Like nobody does it better than the Biden administration. Nobody.
Yeah. But to that point, though, they're getting richer and richer and richer.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting how that works, isn't it?
Well, it's just like all their other policies. It's great for the peasants, but their policies are not going to impact themselves.
Right. I mean, that's the thing.
How that works.
It's socialism. It's just straight up freaking socialism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It absolutely is. So speaking of Bidenomics, it's being talked about out of the press room as well. And so I've got a couple clips to show you about this. One of the senior advisors to the Biden administration, Bernstein, I think is his last name. He's being asked about these polls, all of these polls that say Americans aren't buying it. Okay. Americans don't like the way that the direction that the country is going, and they don't like the way that Biden handles the economy. So where's the disconnect? And this is the excuse from one of the senior advisors. You're going to love this.
But if he's done so much for the economy, and we're talking about Bidenomics now, then why are the approval ratings so low? Why aren't Americans feeling it in their wallets, given the idea that this should have been a benefit, and giving him the credit that you think he deserves?
Well, first of all, one of the problems I think we face is that some of these pollsters are not asking the right questions when it comes to specific components of Bidenomics. So,
oh my God. Man, they are really trying to make Bidenomics happen, aren't they?
Oh my God.
They're trying to make it happen so hard. It's crazy. Okay, so they're not asking the right questions, meaning they're not spinning it in the way that we want them to spin it. Shame on them. Shame on the peasants for not spinning it, because we're trying to like propagandize all of this, and we're trying to make Bidenomics happen, and they're just not helping us, you guys. They're not doing it.
They're just not being asked the right questions to draw out the answers that we want.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's the excuse. Well, those are bad poll questions. That's all. Mm-hmm. So it gets better because what's this cute guy's name? This Fox guy?
I can't remember it. You guys, I can't remember his name. What is this guy's name? On the left, he's a cutie patootie. I don't know his name.
He's a cutie patootie. And this person that he's interviewing in the middle of the screen, Jared Moskowitz, a Democrat from Florida. And so this conversation is very frustrating, but you're going to love it because Lawrence Jones. Yes.
Lawrence Jones. Yes.
Lawrence Jones. Thank you. So Lawrence is asking Jared to talk about what Kamala specifically, because Kamala's ratings are in the toilet. So he wants to know from a Democrat perspective, now's your chance, Jared, please tell the American people what she has done well. Just name a thing. And here is how that goes.
The Biden administration, I think Kamala Harris and the Biden administration are doing a good job. I think they have a record of legislation that they passed to run on. Mm-hmm. I think they have a good economy. You see the unemployment market. You see the job market getting better. You see inflation coming down.
So you disagree with the American people?
Listen,
How are they doing a good job? And I'm sorry to interrupt, but the American people disagree, both Democrat, Republican, and independent. So explain how.
Well, in that very same poll that you reference, it shows that Joe Biden is beating Donald Trump by 4 points. So that's the American people.
That's not my question.
In that very same poll.
I'm asking, is Kamala Harris doing a good job? We can talk about Donald Trump in another time, and I know Democrats like talking about him. He's an easy target. But Kamala Harris is the vice president. She has the power right now. And the American people don't think she's doing a good job. So I'm asking you to outline what you feel she's doing good. Is it the border?
Boom.
Is it AI? Is it bringing people together? What is that thing?
Well, Lawrence, listen, we live in partisan times. And so, look, if you look at her poll numbers, you look at Mike Pence's poll numbers, they're not so far apart. And so, look, again, going back to that very same poll, the reason why I bring it up is in a head-to-head matchup with the leading Republican contender right now. In that very same poll, Joe Biden's winning by 4 points. That is the American people weighing in on the job that the Biden administration is doing.
So, Congressman, I'm going to try this one more time. Where has she succeeded?
Well, listen, I know you're trying to make it just about her, but she's part of the Biden administration.
Exactly.
Joe
That's
Biden.
The question.
Well, I got it. But again, that very same poll shows them as a ticket beating the Republican contender by 4 points. That's the American people in that very same poll. And look, again, we live in partisan times, right? People in administration polls go up, polls go down. And so Mike Pence had very high disapprovals at different points of his vice presidency.
No one
and in
cares.
Fact, he clearly won't be picked again to be vice president. So look, right now, I think again, the American people are responding to the Biden administration. In that very same poll, it shows the Biden administration, Joe Biden and Kamala as a ticket, beating Donald Trump, the nominee, by 4 points.
I got you, brother.
He's like, I got you, brother, but you are full of crap. You cannot answer the question because you can't name one thing that she's been good at. Not one success, not one victory on her part. She is a raging idiot.
Did you see at the end, like all the pictures that they were using of her were like awful? It was my favorite thing. It reminded me so much of all the thumbnails that we use. Because
there aren't any good ones. She's such a moron. He can't name one thing.
Not one.
Well, I mean, we're a partisan country. It's partisan. It's It's not what
the question was. What did Kamala do well? Go. Now's your chance. Like, inform America about her accomplishments. Oh, you can't? Let's just talk polls then.
If she's going to be on the ticket again, you think she'd be able to get up on a podium and be like, here are all the things that I've done right. Vote for me again.
Yep.
If they can't name one thing, you in trouble, girl. You in danger. Wow.
I know, just unbelievable. Pamela, thank you so much. Pamela says, when has a poor person given you a job?
Yeah,
right?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And Christy Christy says, where in the world did Bidenomics come from? China?
Well, it came from Reaganomics. They totally ripped that off, which is not okay. Yeah,
it's true. Going back to Hunter, just briefly, Nikki Haley was asked to weigh in about the Hunter hullabaloo, and so too was Senator Kennedy. So I've got those clips to share with you. Here they are.
Let's say, okay, so is the love for his son greater than the love for his country? Because that's what it looks like. It smells bad, Sandra. I mean, before you could say, oh, maybe it was nothing. There's clearly something there. And there's clearly something that needs to be found out. This is about accountability. Whether it's a Republican or a Democrat, we've got to have accountability. If you don't address this, it will happen again. And we can't have a situation where we think a president is compromised. We can't have a situation where we have a son going rogue, raising money, threatening or saying that he can get things that he can't. And so I think if the Department of Justice can't handle this, then I think Congress is right to go ahead and step forward. We've got to start taking these kinds of issues seriously, and we've got to bring ethics back to D.C.
In answer to your question about Mr. Hunter Biden, look, if the President Biden is so confident that he and his son did nothing wrong, then they should release all the documents.
Yep.
Here's what the American people want to know. They want to know two things. How did these Ukrainian and Chinese and Russian companies who gave Hunter Biden millions of dollars get his name? Why him? I'm pretty sure they didn't get his name off ZipRecruiter. Number two, what did Hunter Biden do for the money? Now, I think it's pretty clear that he appears to be selling influence. Was he successful? If he wasn't, why did they keep sending him millions and millions of dollars? Yeah. Those are fair questions. And President Biden needs to answer them. His Justice Department needs to answer them. And members of the media need to keep asking the questions. Unfortunately, not all of them are.
Senator, I get the sense that a lot of them were over on Friday. The Russia thing was a justified huge.
Okay, so this whole he loves this kid more than his country, what Nikki Haley said. Joe Biden is a blueprint for terrible parenting.
Oh my God.
When
right?
When I see people talk about how he loves this kid, I call BS on that. I mean, I do, because I mean, I look at this and I think if this is what Democrats call great parenting, or they call it, this is love for a child. I mean, I think this is the worst way to show love to your child. This is not how you love a child. This is the way you coddle a child, and the way that you destroy a child, the way that he's treated this child, this 50, what is he, 53? 53
in his 50s. Yeah, definitely in his 50s.
53-year-old child. He has been coddled, spoiled. He's been he's never been taught responsibility, accountability. I mean, he's a colossal loser, deadbeat. We would.
And he's a parasite. He's never done anything on his own.
Ever. This is how you don't raise children. He is the poster child for how you don't parent. I'm astounded by the Democrats who are like, he just loves his kid and loves him. It's all about love. Oh my God. He is like, what, if you look at this and if you're a new parent, you should be looking at this going, this is how I should never raise my kid. Hunter Biden should be it. Like, I'm in awe when I see people saying, it's just love. Oh my God. Run. And Nikki of all people, it's like, I was a little taken aback by that comment, because it's like, this isn't love, man. This is like, I think she was mocking people using that. Okay, I hope so. I hope so, because it's the antithesis of loving your child. Yeah. It's ruining them.
I'm sorry. He can love Hunter all he wants. That doesn't mean Hunter has to be at a state dinner where the optics are so bad. I mean, it's as if they're just giving us the middle finger all the time. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like.
And I want more and more people to start talking about the grandchild and the child that this family is just completely discounting. More and more people need to talk about that, because that disgusts me.
Anytime the grandkids are mentioned, she should be mentioned.
Yeah.
What about Navy?
What about Navy? What about Navy Joan? Where is she? Where is she? Why do you pretend that she doesn't exist? Yeah. You know, what is that?
Why can't she have your name?
Why? Yeah. What is that? Everybody needs to bring that up, because, that family disgusts me.
I mean, and he talks about the grandkids and
all the time,
names them off and says how many there are,
and he
all
the
the time.
And he says, I talk to them every day. I have 6 grandchildren. Really? Do you? Because you have another one too that you completely discount and act as if she's not even alive. You know? Shame on you. Shame on the whole family.
Yeah. Don't talk about family love.
Yeah.
When you do that.
Precisely.
I mean, it's just, no, that's not okay. You guys, when the economy is weird and scary and you don't know what the markets are doing and you're worried about having a solid financial portfolio for retirement, do consider diversifying. So if you're only wrapped up in like a traditional mutual fund account or like a 401k or an IRA, you can also have an IRA that is built on precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, and the rest. And so it's important to have your eggs spread out in multiple baskets, right? And if you don't know how that process could work, then the very best people to give you an education about that are our friends at Birch Gold. There is no one better at explaining and breaking this down in simple terms than Birch Gold. And the best part is they do it for free. All you have to do is text the word chicks to 989898, and they will send you a wonderful free information kit that explains everything so easily a toddler could understand it, and there's no obligation. So all you're doing is learning about whether or not making an investment in precious metals is right for you. So highly recommend that you just get educated about it and then decide if it's for you or not. There's, again, no obligation either way. Just text the word chicks to 989898 and learn about it from our friends at Birch Gold. Do it. Okay, so Tucker has a new episode out. If you haven't caught that yet, I encourage you to do it. Thank you, Michael. Michael Steller says Rudy was looking into this and they completely tried to derail him, and they say Trump was trying to interfere with the election by looking into an actual crime. I'm assuming this is the Hunter stuff that you're referring to. And Mark Wallace, thank you. Mark says hang a Christmas stocking for Navy also, right?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much to both of you. Tucker's new episode, really, really good. Recommend that you watch the whole thing. I think this one is around 12 or 13 minutes. And he talked, for example, one of the things, I don't have this clip to share, but I wanted to mention it. And that is, he was talking about how everyone in the Democrat Party consistently, because they just, approved another bunch of billions of our tax dollars to go to Ukraine. And they keep talking about how we're fighting for Ukraine's democracy. They keep using that word, that Zelensky is like king of democracy. All he wants is democracy for his own country. Well, Zelensky has canceled the next presidential election.
Shocker.
Yeah, because so much for democracy.
Right.
And he's using the war as an excuse. Well, I mean, if we win the war, then we'll go ahead and have that 2024 election. But we can't have an election during a war. Why not? Why not?
Exactly. If you're a democracy, then you need to go ahead with that election. Why wouldn't you do that? It's like it should be going as planned, right? And if you believe in democracy, why wouldn't you want to continue to do that?
Right.
What a schmuck this guy is.
Yeah. And there were more examples than just that Tucker gave about how absolutely antithetical to democracy Zelensky runs the country. And so it's a good watch. The clip that I'm going to share with you from the Tucker thing is about Kamala and what might happen if Joe Biden just simply ages out of this campaign and Kamala is sort of next in line. Tucker talks about her and he talks about Gavin. Take a listen.
If Joe Biden is reelected next year and then forced to leave office during his term due to disability or death, that means Kamala Harris will become president of the United States. And nobody wants that, not even her husband. In real life, nobody likes Kamala Harris. That's not an attack on her. In fact, it's possible to feel pity for someone who's so universally reviled. It is instead an observation of unchanging physical reality like gravity or photosynthesis. Nobody wants Kamala Harris to be president. No one will benefit if she becomes president. So logic suggests there's going to be a change. It's going to have to be somebody else. And whoever that person is going to have to enter the race soon, before the election, after Biden drops out. Who could that person be? We don't know, obviously. This is all just guessing. But we do know whoever that is will have to have two essential criteria. He'll have to be as shallow, ruthless, and transactional as Joe Biden is, and he'll need to have flattery skills that are so polished and advanced they'd be considered superior even in the Saudi royal court. And there's only one man in modern America who fits that description: Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, and perhaps not coincidentally, Joe Biden's new closest friend. I am here, Mr. President, Newsom told Biden at an event the two did together last week. I am here as a proud American, as a proud Californian, mesmerized by not just your faith and your devotion to this country and the world we're trying to build, but by your results, by your action, by your passion, by your capacity to deliver.
Wow.
I am mesmerized by you, Joe Biden.
I mean,
imagine saying that as a compliment.
Right.
You couldn't do it. Few human beings could do it. But Gavin Newsom had no problem at all. Those words rolled right off his forked tongue. He never stopped smiling. So if you're looking for the leader of the coup, there he is right there.
Mm-hmm. He's so right. Oh my God, he is
So right.
spot freaking on. He is. And you know what?
Yep.
The only thing I wish that Tucker would do is take the suit off.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wish he would just be wearing like his hunting clothes or something. That would just make that show all the better if he was.
But
just
he's
wearing,
old school. He's so traditional.
I know. It's like, I know he got rid of the bow tie, but I would love it because he's like in his barn or something.
Yeah.
He's probably seriously. He's like in his main barn, and they're broadcasting from there, which I love. I think it's fantastic. But man, I would just love it so much if he was like in his Carhartts or something.
Well, maybe that's why he's trying to appeal to you at the very end when they do show him like fly fishing with his little vest on.
I know. I love that. I just wish he was in his little fly fishing vest the whole time. It would be great. Yeah.
Anyway, it's a great episode. Make sure to catch it on Tucker on Twitter. There is a story coming out of Texas that is just ridiculous. San Antonio, to be specific, and a community college that I can't remember the name of, to be even more specific. There's a teacher, a professor that has been teaching like anatomy, physiology, biology for 20 years at this particular college. and he has just been fired. And I will let him explain why it is utterly ridiculous.
Texas, I live in Texas. We teach what science is, I thought, in my state. What did you do that was so wrong?
See, I have been teaching human anatomy and physiology at St. Philip's College, which is one of the community colleges in the city, San Antonio. And last fall, when that is November of 2022, while I was teaching the basic concept of a human reproductive system, which I have taught for 20-some years, 4 of my students just walked out. So the semester ended, and on January 12th, I received an email from the Vice President of Academic Success at St. Philip's College that they are doing an ethic violation investigation on me due to some complaints that they received. So I responded to his email and asked him, what are the complaints? Then he said, the human resources will, the further communication will be with the human resources. Nobody from human resources contacted me, but on January 27th, I received another email from him saying that my teaching was religious. It was a religious preaching and was offensive to some individuals in the classroom. So I am terminated. I am fired. In fact, I was shocked. A school where I taught for 20 years and without giving me any reason to respond and without letting me know what the complaints are, I got a termination letter.
This is where we're at, sir?
Yeah, this is what is happening in the school. Yeah.
It's funny. It's nice that he can laugh about it, that he can kind of laugh it off. But I'm sure he's just like, what is wrong with the world? And somebody said all the big cities in Texas are liberal. Yeah, they are. They are. They're all liberal now.
I mean, like everybody.
I hope
Literally
so too.
everybody.
This is madness. And then these are the people who are like, follow the science.
Right.
I'm not following your damn science because it's not science. I mean, this is insanity what these people are doing. I really worry about new doctors. I worry about people who are going into the science field, who are learning. What are they learning, you guys? What are these kids learning?
They're certainly not learning to actually have a conversation instead of just walking out of a classroom like they've flipped a Monopoly board over.
Yeah.
How about you just ask a question? Have a debate. That's what college is supposed to be
You're
about.
right. You're right.
These kids are absolutely ridiculous.
They are ridiculous. And I even know a person who told me she's an oncologist, and she told me she went into med school a conservative. She came out a liberal.
Wow.
And that's fact. And people are doing that now. Kids, young adults, young people who are going into medical school. This is happening. That's medical school. So if you think that, your kids can get out of undergrad unscathed, okay, well then send them to medical school
or don't,
or don't. Yeah. I mean, it's nuts. It's like they just cannot escape the indoctrination no matter where they go. You think that you think, okay, well, they're going into the sciences and they're going to be okay. They're not okay. Like, I think my daughter is like, she's interested in engineering. I think she's going to be fine. I don't know if she's going to be fine because I'm thinking nowadays, God, by the time she gets into college, she probably won't be fine. Unless I just completely pummel her every single day with conservative. You know what I mean? It's like, I just don't know because nowadays there's no like study, no course of study that is exempt from indoctrination. It's crazy what they're doing in colleges.
They've made it infect they've made it a prerequisite in a lot of schools, all the diversity training and all that nonsense.
It is permeating every field, Florence. And it's like, what are we going to do about it as parents? What do we need to do? Yeah, it's like we need to flush the colleges at this point.
And I don't know how. I don't even know.
And people are like, look for conservative colleges. There are like 2.
Yeah.
I can't. And if you are going into a field like engineering, they don't have engineering programs there, y'all. So this is the thing. Hillsdale doesn't have engineering programs. Sorry, but they don't. So, I mean, this is the problem with some people who want to go into certain fields. You can't pick a conservative college. You see what I'm saying? So it's tough for some kids.
Yeah. And especially tough if they're involved in a sport.
Right.
Right.
Precise.
It's even tougher.
Yeah. Like, do they have a swim program? No. Yeah. So this is the thing. You can't just say, send them to a conservative college. It's not that way for everything. And Texas A&M, that's another thing. I was telling Mock about that the other day, and she sent me an article back, and she's like, Texas A&M has gone woke. And I'm like, geez. I mean, you can't escape it, you guys. Yeah. And
You really can't.
Liberty's great. But I mean, when it comes to academics, I don't know. I mean, do they have every single thing that you want your kid to study? I don't know. This is the thing. It's one thing to say, send your kid to a conservative college. It's another thing to fight back against the schools who are infecting our kids. You can't just say, well, we're just going to send our kids to the 2 colleges that are conservative. I don't think that's the right approach. I think
it's not reasonable. I mean, not every conservative parent can do that.
No, we can't do that. I mean, I think we have to fight back against these schools that are infecting our children. I don't think the right approach is to just send our kids to 2 schools,
Yeah.
I don't think that's the right approach. We've got to start fighting back to these schools that's not fair. Where are the conservative professors? I used to teach at the college level, and I don't do it anymore because I do what I do. But I know that there were other people like me who loved to teach at the college level. Where are they? Why aren't they being hired? That's what we need to start focusing on, is like getting more of those people in the schools teaching, getting conservatives back in the classrooms. Where the hell are they? Get them back in there.
Teachers where you don't know, because you're not supposed to know.
Well, that's the thing, is that nobody knew what my political affiliation was, but darn well that 99% of professors now, I mean, there are statistics on it. We have data to show that 99% of college professors are in fact liberals. Why is that? Why aren't conservatives? Why isn't there a balance? It's insane that students are only being taught by liberals with one viewpoint. That's not okay. It's not okay.
It's not okay. The hope is, I mean, the only way that I know to begin to fight back is to start with your kids well before they get to college,
right,
and tell them what to look for and listen for, and tell them you're about to be sent on a total excursion of indoctrination. And let me just tell you how this works and what you need to know in advance, what buzzwords they're going to try to throw at you, what they're going to try to infect your brain with, so that they're armed with truth before they ever get to that point. That's really, I mean, it's all you can do as a parent, at least right now.
And it still doesn't help sometimes.
Right. I mean, it's still, there's kids that with the best upbringing possible, they decide, well, my friends know more than my parents, or my influences are going to be other than my parents. And it's hard to stop that with free will, strong-willed, independent kids. Anyway, we talked previously about, I don't even remember his first name because it clearly is no longer going to matter, but Juarez, GOP presidential candidate Juarez, the Miami mayor, he was on the Hugh Hewitt radio show the other day, and Hugh was asking him a lot of policy questions. Tell me about your platform. What is your policy on the Uyghurs? And you guys, Juarez's campaign, I think we can declare officially dead after this horrific interview. You're going to hear the beginning of a conversation, and then there's going to be a cut, and then you're going to hear the end, because those are the places in that interview where the specific conversation took place. And hold on to your hats, because this is unbelievable.
Ultimate question, Mayor. Will you be talking about the Uyghurs in your campaign?
The what?
The Uyghurs.
Oh, my God.
What's a Uyghur?
Okay, we'll come back to that. What's the website again, Mayor Suarez?
The website is www.francissuarez.com. And you gave me homework, Hugh. I'll look at what did you call it, a Weeble?
The Uyghurs. You really need to know about the Uyghurs, Mayor. You got to talk about it every day.
I will search Uyghurs. I'm a good learner. I'm a fast learner.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. Keep coming back. I appreciate the time this morning.
He's done. You are done. Put a fork in that guy.
Yeah.
He's like, what's a weeble? Do they wobble, but they don't fall down? What is that?
That was embarrassing.
What an idiot.
How are you in public office as a mayor, connected and engaged ostensibly in politics, and you've never even heard that word?
I just you live in a bubble. You live in a complete bubble, and you have no business serving people at all.
Nope.
No, you have no business. What a complete moron. He's done. He's completely done.
Yeah. I'm a really fast learner, though.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
All right. Well, then
that's
maybe
not
you
okay.
should learn how to make coffee at Starbucks. Because if you're a fast learner, then make me a pink drink.
Oh my God.
What an idiot.
Yeah. That was bad.
But these are the people who are running the country, you guys.
Or trying to.
He was elected. People voted for this moron.
Yeah.
And he's not alone. I mean, there are so many like him. We played a guy yesterday that was like lying to people. And that guy was a Democrat. This guy he's a Republican, right? He's a Republican.
Yeah.
So
he's helping to make the debate stage.
Yeah. Good luck with that, dude.
No,
Drop out. Drop out now.
Please. Just do yourself a favor and the rest of the country a favor and just bow out gracefully.
Seriously.
So we can promptly forget all about you.
Just go work at the Gap already.
You guys probably know Jimmy Fallon. He appears on the Gutfeld show quite frequently, and he is a comedian, a stand-up comedian also. And they were talking about on Gutfeld last night, they were talking about all the dongs flying and flinging around during Pride. And so he made such a funny statement about it. So this is just a really quick clip that he said that he made last night. I thought it was so funny. I wanted to share it. Here it is.
Jimmy, why do all the naked guys look alike? By the way, the only way those naked guys could look worse is if they wore your shirt.
Oh, stop it. I'm doing a reverse Gutfeld. I wear children's clothes in adult sizes. You wear adult clothes in children's sizes. That's how it works. They're reverse. I'm traumatized. I haven't watched any of those videos. Like, I saw all the tweets. Mm-hmm. Dude, it's like so many dongs. I feel like I'm on a women's swim team. This is...
So great.
I freaking love that.
Oh my God.
So many dongs.
So many dongs flying around. Yeah.
So many.
It's true. You're like in a collegiate women's locker room is what's happening.
Oh my God.
Dongs flying everywhere. Mm-hmm.
I love that. Yesterday, if you didn't have a chance to visit our website, which you should every single day, chicksontheright.com, we post great content there as well as do our writers. So you should check it out every day. If you missed this video, I wanted to make sure to share it. This is incredible. This is body cam footage from a police officer who was called to a scene in response to a white man's call saying, "Please help. There's a black guy threatening me and my family with a knife." Like he's brandishing a knife and like making threatening remarks.
Threatening to kill my family.
I mean, I would also call the cops.
I probably would do that too. Yeah. I mean, I'd probably have a gun, but I mean, I'd never bring a knife to a gunfight in Texas. But beyond that, yeah, I'd probably call the cops.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was fine. And then the cops do what cops do, which is they arrive, right? When you call them, then they come. That's what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they go to arrest the perpetrator, and white guy who made the call starts crying because he's afraid that the black guy is going to think he's racist. This is where we are as a country.
It's where some people are.
Oh my God.
It's where beta males are. It's where manlets are.
This is right. This could not be a better example of a manlet, what you're about to see. This is absolutely incredible. Check it out.
Right.
And charged with simple assault and terroristic threats. Following his arrest, he was transported to the DeKalb County Jail.
Let's go to the SWAT car, please. Okay, that way.
Why is it happening? I'm being arrested?
Yes.
For what?
For what?
I'll be with you. Just 1 second. But still, I will need for you to fill out a statement for him.
I don't want him arrested. I just want him to leave us alone.
I know, but he had a weapon on him, and it was terrorist threats.
Brandishing is not a crime with a knife. Brandishing is only a crime for a gun.
Terroristic threats, though, sorry.
Oh my God.
Because he said die to me and had his knife out?
All that was done. The threats, everything. Let me get a
I
statement.
thought you were gonna arrest him. I wouldn't call. I just wanted to leave us alone.
Oh my
I
God,
understand,
dude.
but I still have a job to do.
Now he's gonna think I'm doing this because I'm white and he's black.
Oh my God.
Or he's homeless and I'm not. I don't want
But did he do what he did?
Yeah, but I don't want him thinking I did it because he's in whatever situation he's in. I just want him to leave us alone.
I doubt that. I'll be right back, okay?
I mean, you guys.
I can't. Meanwhile, his family's like, what about us?
Oh my God.
What about us? Can you imagine? Could you imagine being his wife?
Oh my God, how embarrassing. How mortifying.
I'd be like, I'm going to go ahead and get myself a divorce lawyer because I think this is over now.
Is there a 911 number for that? Because I need one ASAP.
We're going to go ahead and end this today because you are a giant raging sissy. Bye-bye.
I mean,
good
what
Lord. What has happened to men in this country? It's like you are the biggest man. Like, you're crying because a guy came, threatened your family, and you're crying because he's getting arrested. You're crying because
he just wanted him to leave him alone.
Oh.
He didn't want him arrested.
You're crying because of that. You're crying because you're afraid somebody's going to call you a racist. You're crying because of that. That's what you're crying about. Your family could have been hurt, and you're crying because of a word you may get called.
You're going to get called worse now, buddy.
Yeah, you're going to
I
get
think
called
he's already been called worse here in the comments.
I feel like your wife should call you she's going to call you way worse.
And she should.
Yeah, she should. Mm-hmm. What a loser.
Anyway, had to share that. Target, Target, just like Bud Light, has faced a lot of backlash for their pride displays in their stores. They clearly have not learned any kind of lesson. It doesn't matter how much how far their stock tanks, how far their sales tumble. It doesn't matter. I want you to check out one of their latest ads about pride and notice that the people that they use in the ad are kids.
We're not born with pride.
Oh, God.
We're not born knowing where our life will lead, the obstacles we'll face, the joy we'll find, the heartbreaks we'll feel. We're not born knowing these milestones are also stepping stones in helping us find our footing in what we stand for and who will stand by, in searching for the words that help us find our voice, to be heard, to be seen, to belong, accepted for how we live,
oh my God,
respected for who we love, and that what we overcome gives power and shape to what we become. We're not born with pride. We take pride. Pride in celebrating who we were born to be.
I'm so sick of this shit. Just so sick of it. What does that have to do with like you buying laundry detergent?
Right?
What does it have to do with you going in and getting like, I don't know, some hamburger buns and like maybe a cute shirt, like what does that have to do with any of that? Like, this is the thing. I don't understand why they why all of these corporations have gone into this space and why they're trying so hard to bring kids into it. I just don't.
It's all about that ESG credit score.
It's just the weirdest thing that companies are doing and how they're trying to infiltrate children. And then how they're trying to break down the traditional family. And pride cometh before the fall, right? It's the whole notion of pride. Like it's just so weird to me because it's like, it's all about dudes, shtupping dudes and women shtupping women, it's about having sex with somebody of the same sex. That's what it is. I don't care.
And it's nothing to be proud of.
And this is the thing. It is nothing to be proud of. Just like, it's like, I have sex with my husband. Okay. So, all right. But we don't need to all talk about that.
Yeah.
And straight people don't. And so this is just something like, it's not a sense of pride. It's just something that we do in our bedrooms, like in our, in the privacy of our homes. And so I don't know why this has become such a thing in like discourse, everyday discourse for us, that we have to shove down children's throats. It's bizarre. It's completely mental. Stop it.
They're not stopping.
God.
They are not stopping.
Where else can we shop?
You can always start with the American Business Spotlight first.
Right. But like when it comes to like I know I have a Dollar General down the road. I live in a tiny town and like we get basics there. But I mean, like, this is the thing. At some point, like, you're going to run out of places to go.
Yeah.
Because all these people are into this crap and it's just ridiculous. It's getting stupid.
It's completely stupid.
Our world is stupid.
It is time for whack. I mean, I know that was already whack, but we got more whack coming at you.
Well, the first whack is like this. I'm just going to tell you about a bridezilla. There was a bridezilla, and we don't really have a picture, but there was this chick. It was on Daily Mail, and Miriam was telling me that there was a stock photo, so there's really nothing to show. But there was this chick who demanded. We've talked about bridezillas on our deep dive and how brides are just dumb now. They're just ridiculous with these over the top, like $100,000 weddings. And this one chick decided that she was going to have a wedding in a river. And then everybody had to be in the river with her and
at least knee deep,
because she wanted really good pictures.
Well, and they weren't in the river. They were on like a river. They were on like some sort of land mass in the river.
Like a rock formation. Yeah. But the guests had to be waiting in the river, right? Because the pictures were going to be awesome. What a biatch. And so she demanded this. Well, her sister-in-law, like her brother was like, okay, we got to appease her. And the sister-in-law is like, oh, heck no, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to do this. No way. I've got shoes. And I wouldn't have done
leeches.
Right. There could be
in the river.
There could be some amoeba, like flesh-eating amoeba in the river. Yeah. I'm not getting in the river, for your stupid wedding and the pictures that you want taken. So the sister-in-law's like, I'm not getting in. It ended up starting like a half hour late. There's like this big family fight. Some people didn't want to come. And it just became this big production. And so they did this big write-up in Daily Mail. And the whack, it's just whack that this is what chicks are doing now. Is they're like, it has to all be for the gram. And I'm so sick of these over the top weddings. Just go to the justice of the peace or get married by a preacher and just stop it. Stop having these stupid, ridiculous weddings and these ridiculous proposals and gender reveals. And I'm so sick of all your crap, millennials. Anyway, so that was that whack. And then to make it a little bit better, I don't know. You guys may have different thoughts on this. I think it's kind of sweet, but there's this sort of a trend that's happening with grave sites and women who are dying are putting recipes on their gravestones.
I'm going to keep it muted just because it's a song and we'll just
and that's right. Okay.
But there's a woman who found this, right? And she's now making the recipes.
Right. And it's popping, like it's a thing. It's not just one person, but several of them have popped up all over. And I thought this was really interesting. I've never seen this done. And I thought this was really interesting. It's more wacky than whack.
Yeah.
And so I just thought it was interesting. So you can play it. I just think it's interesting. Like
and some of them are like, carved in. Some of them are just like pasted. Like this one's obviously just kind of taped on there.
But some women have actually put it on their tombstones. Like they actually put the recipes.
Pictures. Like that's an actual picture that's forever. That's not pasted on there.
Listen, coming from somebody, because I only have a kitchen because it came with my house, y'all. I am not a cook and I'm not a baker. But I think that, I know this is like, some people are like, why? This is kind of weird. But I think it's sort of endearing. I think it's kind of neat because some women, they show love through their through their cooking, through their baking.
That's true.
And I mean, I don't do that, but I think it's really sweet when women do. And I know that there are some women in my family who had special recipes. Like I have an Aunt Eunice who had a special like sour cream coffee cake recipe, and it was really good. And so,
do you have it?
I know that my cousin has it.
Okay.
And so, and I know that, you know, like that's a big deal for some women, like, oh, we got to get her recipe. And like, I know some people, it's just, I think it is very unique. I thought it was kind of a neat thing. I just wanted to show it to you guys. And so if there are women out there who have like that special recipe and they don't have anybody to pass it down to or whatever. And I just thought that was kind of quirky and kind of neat. Some people are like, I'm taking it to the grave, you know,
but why?
I know. Why not give it
Why
to
would
like,
you do that?
There may be somebody walking through a cemetery, some woman that's like, oh my gosh, like what a lovely, and then they can make it their family recipe and then pass it down to their daughter and their granddaughter and their great granddaughter. It could be something that is passed down another. I think it's very sweet. So I thought that was kind of lovely and I wanted to share it with you guys.
I like that.
I like it too.
All right, it is time for some My Pillow talks. You can still get the sweatshirts, the nice schlubby My Pillow sweatshirts for less than $15. You can still get flip-flops and slides for less than $20, but you have to go to mypillow.com/chicks. /chicks. Very, very important that you have that at the end because that's the page that has all our special discounts. So you'll get the best value, best bang for your buck there. mypillow.com/chicks. Speaking of sweet stories, I have the sweetest one to share with you guys.
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh, wait, let me turn it up.
I made a mistake earlier and I feel terrible about it. A lot of you know me as a comedic influencer, but photography has been my profession for the last 10 years or so. So here I am taking photos at a graduation. Usually at events like this, when parents are watching, I like to make friends by asking the parents who their kid is so I can take professional pictures of them and send it to them, especially pictures they can't get on their phones. There was a man that came in about a half hour late, and I'm assuming he was a parent. He sat next to me, and he was waving at the kids, and the kids were waving back. And I look over to him, and I ask him, yo, which kid is yours? He smiled at me. He said, oh, my son's not here. I'm here to support them. I thought to myself, oh, cool. He's probably a staff member or a mentor or something like that. So the graduation ended, and all the kids had to go get their actual diploma from the gym. And in the gym, after they do that, they take pictures with their family, they hug each other, and they talk. So while I'm in the gym taking photos of people, I noticed the same guy holding all the kids' diplomas, and he's pointing at their diploma and taking pictures with them. I'm like, they really love this guy. After about the third picture I took, I noticed he wasn't holding other students' diplomas at all. He was holding his own. That's when I learned his son passed away, and this was the day he was supposed to graduate. So he wasn't just there to support, he was there in his son's honor. A little bit after I found that out, he left. And then my heart sunk to the floor because I looked that man in the eye, pointed at the stage, and asked him where his child was. And now it was too late to even apologize. I didn't even know where to find him. I don't know his name or anything. All I know is it takes a strong individual to be there and be in the good spirits that he was in the whole time. I'm no Photoshop expert, but I took a picture of him and I found a picture of his son, and I put it together as if his son was there graduating that day. So attention, this goes to Dave's father. I apologize for asking you that question at that very particular moment. And I also want you to know that your son was at the graduation because you were there, and you had his spirit with you.
Why do you do this to me?
Hope you see this.
God, why do you do that? Why do you do that?
And he found him, by the way, so he was able to send that picture to him. That I read that in the comments, so I just thought that was the sweetest
that story. Oh my God, why do you do that, Mark?
I mean, it was really sweet.
So sweet, so sweet.
You had to see it, and you know I'm not going to just leave you like that. I'm not going to leave you crying. I'm going to give you some humor too.
I'm going to need some humor. I'm going to need it.
All right. Well, we'll start with this precious fat golden retriever who is clearly very disobedient and who has absolutely no intention of coming inside.
This is so Coda. This is Coda. Oh my God. I love this dog. I love him.
You're fat. You're so heavy.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay, we're gonna fall. Oh my God.
Look at his happy face.
Greatest. I love it. He's like, I don't want to come inside. Ha ha. He's like, I totally have you trained. Human. Stupid human.
Look at his like tongue flapping out.
The greatest. The greatest dog. That dog.
Come on.
Oh my God. Charlie. This is shameful.
I love him.
God, you're so fat.
That's the kind of dog I have. And then you have like well-trained dogs. These are my dogs. This is totally my life.
Anyway, it goes on like that for a while.
Seriously.
I don't know if the dog is even in the house now.
Right. Mock has like these well-trained, like professional dogs, and those are the kind of dogs that God gives me. Those kind of dogs. Uh-huh. Right. They own me, you guys.
Oh my God. I just love
Right,
that
Cash?
dog.
Right? He's just barely paying attention to me.
Also,
Mhm.
I felt like it was really important for everybody to know what it looks and sounds like when you give a horse a popsicle.
Oh, I love this already.
Wait till you see his little lips.
They're the best. Horses are
And
awesome.
when he starts sucking right there. See how he does?
Yeah. Just don't put your hand in there because they will bite your hand off. I'm serious.
Oh yeah.
That's why I love cows, because
hand.
cows only have one set of teeth. So you can put your hand all the way in there and they won't bite your fingers off. Look at his tongue. So cute.
That's so cute. Anyway,
They are
I've
precious. They are
never seen
precious.
that, so I thought maybe others would wanna
Very
see it too.
sweet. Very, very sweet.
Britney Spears apparently released a video recently. I don't know if it was Instagram or TikTok or both, but she's on the beach in one of her teeny tiny itsy bitsy little bikinis. And she really, really, really wants to tease her vajayjay to everybody.
Oh,
Like she
that's-
wants to let you know it's there. She's not going to show it to you exactly, but she really wants you to know it's there.
Oh.
So this woman is reacting to that and she's rage eating a cake over it. And that's why I love her. She's my people.
Brittany. Yeah.
What is she? You.
What is she doing?
Just go ahead and let that kitty out of the bag. You've been clawing at her for 4 years now. Just let her purr. And maybe when you get that out of your system, and we've all seen you possum, maybe we can take a few moments and have a little conversation about what the heck's been going on with you. We want to hear from you, Brittany. We want to see your lips move, not your kitty lips. We want you to open your mouth and tell us what the heck is going on with you. You've been yanking at them panties for how many years now?
It's
We're
true.
over it. You could sit there bare butt, spread eagle hustler style. If you open your mouth and started talking and telling us what the heck's going on with you, I guarantee there wouldn't be a single set of eyes on your possum. We're going to be a lot more interested in your story than we are your kitty.
It's true.
Would I be rage eating this cake if I didn't really care? I'm begging you, Brittany. Are you okay?
I mean, I have the same question. Is she okay?
I don't think so.
I don't think she's okay. She's not okay. I mean, I know that you probably want her to go back into her conservatorship.
Yes. At this point, I think it's necessary.
I think her dad needs to step in again. Totally.
I love that her reaction is to eat an entire cake. That is exactly what I would do.
Totally. I mean, listen, we're adults. We can have cake right now.
And no one can stop us.
Oh,
that's the great thing
the
about
cake.
adulthood.
Actually looked really good, didn't it?
Yeah, it did look good.
It looked really good, you guys.
You were just talking about well-trained dogs. I am going to show you the most amazing creature. And the caption on this video reads, "Things that make my dog a good girl." This is a well-trained dog.
She has a bow in her hair.
She's so precious. Look at all the things that she does. She lets her clean her teeth every day.
Oh my God. I could never do that to my dogs.
She presses a button when she wants to go out.
Oh my gosh.
She's never destroyed a single toy.
Wow.
She goes right to the shower when she needs a bath.
You got to be kidding me.
Right? It gets better and better. Look at her during vet visits.
She's just showing off now. Wow.
I mean, what a precious angel.
She is a precious angel.
Oh my God. Sweet, sweet, sweet retriever. Ah, I love her.
She's very, very sweet. Yeah. Meanwhile, I don't know if you guys can see it. I have this massive scratch on my arm. Our puppy. I've got like bruises all over my legs. Yeah, it's like he does kamikaze jumps off the like one side of the couch to the other and like nails me in the head. This is my life.
Well, I have I think this is another voiceover little montage, so I love these.
Love you. Oh, that's how you feel? Well, let me wipe you off on my face then. Shoot. Hey, bro, you sleep? Hey, sleepy time. I'm gonna get this low center grab. I need to get low. There we go. Put your hand on.
Look how sneaky
he is. He's gonna get it. He's got it.
Oh, this is gonna be good. I got it. I got it. Oh, look at this. I took it right. I got it, Clown. Hey, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Okay. Oh, I thought you were doing a tip. You just
Thank you for coming.
All right, thank you. Hey.
Where is
Thank
he?
you for coming. Thank you. No, I just want to tell you, thank you for coming. Yeah.
Oh my God, he's so cute.
Hey, thank
That
you.
dog is cute.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Oh my God.
I love those. I love them, love them, love them.
Are you coming over here? Come
Those
here.
are your talking for today.
Come here. You got to come over here. Come
Yeah,
on.
today we deserve flaps. We need them.
Come here and give me a kiss and say hello to everybody.
Look at that big old face.
Are you going to flap? Oh, come on. Don't
You need
leave
a
us
bigger
hanging.
kiss.
Don't leave us hanging. There it was. All right, there it was. There it was. There's so many flaps. So many flaps. He got up and I didn't even have to ask him to get up. He just wanted to say hello to everybody.
Aw.
He did. He wanted to say hello. Right?
He knew it was time. Well, we still need to bring it in.
Gotta bring it in. You bringing it in? Saying hello?
I hope I
bring it in.
think I got everybody's super sticker today, so nobody has reason to be angry anymore. And hopefully everybody understands how that works. No one's ever ignored on purpose. Ever.
Oh my God, we would never do that. Never.
So
no.
And I kind of resent the implication, frankly.
No, we love all of you guys. Oh my goodness. All right, it's Wednesday today, right?
Yes.
Today's Wednesday. Yes. You guys have an amazing Wednesday, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.